Hey guys, it's Keshvi again. Welcome, or welcome back. If this is not your first time, I literally forgot what I was about to say. This video is going to be about why I chose Camps International and whether I would recommend them. So it's going to be an honest review because I believe everything needs to be authentic and there's no point in lying, really, is there? How's that going to help you? How's that going to help me? So if you haven't watched my first 3 videos about my Camps International trip, you should definitely go check them out. I'm going to be putting cards just here so that you guys can watch it. But yeah, let's get on with who Camps International are. So they're based in the UK. They mainly do trips for people doing gap years or schools or like universities. So hot today. I'm sweating so much. Oh, okay. I have a really cool website which is super easy to use and it shows you all of the camps that they do and what they do in each of those camps. So you guys should go look that up. It's campsinternational.com. I'll just have Camp Borneo. They have quite a few around the world. So they've got Costa Rica, Ecuador, Peru, Tanzania, Kenya, Cambodia and Borneo. So they do say on their website that when doing these expeditions that they recommend to fundraise for it because you are doing charity work, you are helping the community, so the money that you put in does go towards the people that you're helping. I didn't at the time have enough time to fundraise before I went because I literally booked it I think I booked it like a month before I went. But if you guys do want to know like the amounts I paid, I actually did write a blog post about it on my website, so I'll put the link in the description to that blog post so you guys can kind of see like the amount of money I spent and how much I would recommend that you actually take with you for this journey. Like I said in my first video about my trip to Borneo, why I chose Camps International, I actually chose them because their program meant that we didn't just stay in one place for the whole 2 months. We actually traveled to different areas of Borneo and helped out, and also we didn't just like teach children and we didn't just like help build something, like we did a little bit of everything. And so you got like a really full and round experience. It doesn't matter what voluntary work you're doing, you're still helping. I just preferred that we changed it up, like every different place that we went was different. But that's like a personal preference. Some people prefer to stay in one place so they can actually get to know the community a lot better and they can help them out in a different way. If you're the type of person that wants to stay in a community for a long period of time and help them, Camps International wouldn't be for you. Let's kind of talk about... I can't speak, honestly. Sometimes I can't speak when I'm doing these videos and sometimes I'm like... sometimes I'm really fluent with what I'm saying, but I always say a lot. So if you're like seeing me cut, it's because there's like so many ums that I feel really self-conscious about it. Anyway, so let me tell you guys what I liked about the camps and why I thought they were great. So it's a very safe environment. The camp itself is like kind of enclosed. So when like where you sleep, where you like have your like free time, it's all in that one space. The camp is located either in the village or very, very close to the village, so it's not like you're very far away from everywhere. Every single camp, they always take you to like community events that are happening while you're in the area, so you are still mixing with the community. What I really loved was the project work itself. It's so varied and so it's very physical, that when you finish at that camp, you do feel like you've made a difference. I also really liked that they brought in like, local kids who like perform the cultural ceremony to welcome you to the community, and then they did the same thing when you were leaving to say goodbye, essentially. I thought it really showed us the culture of that village itself. To see that the locals were the ones who were working at the camps. It was nice that they weren't bringing in people from different parts of Borneo to work, or like from different parts of the world to work, but they were actually helping the locals in that way too by employing them. I didn't think it was all positives though. It's a shame that the camps aren't more integrated with the community. Even though we spent time with the community, we still were very disconnected. The only camp which I really felt we connected with the locals was at Batu Puteh, and that was purely because we were at a homestay. When they're doing these camps with like school kids, etc., they can't always do that. They can't put everybody in a homestay because there's a lot more people. With our group, however, there was only, I think, 8 of us or like 10 of us. We could have also done like a couple of days at homestay at least, because I think that would have helped us actually see what it was like to live in those areas instead of being sheltered from it, essentially, because that's kind of what it felt like when you were at the camps itself, because you're quite disconnected. The other thing was, there were some points during this trip where I did feel like we were being treated like children. I thought the trips themselves were catered so much to school children that as an adult, I didn't feel like I was always being treated as an adult, which kind of sucked, but that is something to be aware of if you do go on this kind of trip with Camps International. They are geared more towards school children than they are towards travellers. Would I recommend it? I would definitely recommend it for younger travellers. I think it's definitely worth it if it's one of your first solo trips, or if you're just like not confident about like where you're going or what you're doing, and you need that like extra help. I don't think it is something that I guess seasoned travellers would really do, purely based on the fact that they do sometimes treat you like kids instead of adults. But that's not saying that you shouldn't go and do it. The work that they do is fantastic, and the way that they help the communities out there is amazing and definitely deserves recognition. And I think it would be I think it's something that is really dependent on the individual themselves and what they're confident to do and what they're not confident to do. If you're not confident in that kind of thing, Camps International is perfect for you because they sort everything out for you. They give you a place to live, they provide you with all your meals, and you feel safe with them. And the other great thing is they provide you with like additional activities which you have to pay for on top of what you've already paid, but it means that you get that option of doing other things as well as the charity work, which is nice. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe and press the little bell, because then you'll get a notification every time I post a video. That's actually the last in this series about my first trip. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay sane, and lots of love, Keshri.